want me to put in a part-time work schedule to watch all your goddamn content.
That's 20 hours.
Okay, very black. All three brothers. All three brothers in that one. Oh, wow. This is Josh Cage's Wrestler of the Week award. Jay comes out, Aura Farming as always. And
shout out to Sol Ruka.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Kind of like yeah, we getting ready for that hottest hour. Yeah, the block is hot for the next hour, specifically strictly 1 hour because he has 2 back-to-back meetings. But before that, this is HCW Heat, broadcasting on your street, presented by Off the Rope.
There goes the neighborhood. There you go. Justin, I watched Justin last week.
You caught up a little bit. I'm Josh Cage. That's Rana. Behind the camera is Justin Potter. Yeah. Hey, the Elimination Chamber fields are set. Let's hit those real quick. That men's chamber field, boys. Randy Orton, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Jey Uso. I feel like the winner's low-key kind of obvious in this situation. But do y'all have any odd predictions on that?
I can't see how it's anyone but Cody.
Yeah, me neither.
But I mean, we'll see unless they're just suddenly like they really want to put over Trick Williams or Javon Evans. But
No.
I don't foresee them doing that.
There's no way.
Javon Evans has had one of the quickest rises that I've seen.
I mean, he's 21. So, like, think about that,
Yeah,
too.
no, I'm saying, like, I haven't seen anyone climb the ranks that fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
But and that it speaks to his work because, man, like, I love watching his in-ring performance.
Yeah, the boy's bouncy.
Yeah, he's real, like, man.
It's funny you saying that, too, because last night they had Javon versus Kofi.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to watch all the matches.
That was my favorite match.
Taking care of the kids. But it's like every so often on weekly TV, there's a match that kind of gets you to stop and sit down for a second. You're like, see, why can't every match have this kind of energy? You know, why can't everything have this kind of feel? Kind of like things used to feel. I wasn't there watching at the time, but granted, like 2003 to 2007, 2008, if you go back and watch the episode, it seems like every match had energy. And that's something that a lot of, you know, week over week Raw and SmackDown and NXT, I feel like really lacks. Things tend to feel a little bit empty. And I think that's kind of why Javon Evans is in the position that he's in, because like when he hits the screen, the energy is like immediate. Like, you know, he's shaking the cam, doing his thing. And like, I love it. You know, it feels like important when he hits it. Some people you can just feel. They make you feel them.
Yeah.
You know?
Shout out to Sol Ruka.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, I feel like those are the two peoples.
Damn, dude, we started hot already, huh?
Those are the two peoples.
We're like 3 minutes in.
Jesus. Those are two people that make you feel something.
Yeah. I'd say out of the
Untouchable, but they forcing you to feel them.
Yeah, I'd say Javon Evans, Sol Ruka, and Obafemi as far as talent that came from NXT.
Yeah.
As of recent. So
Yeah.
that's how I feel. Not so much there was another dude that came from NXT and he was in the Saturday night main event.
Okay, yeah, that's oh my God. What was the kid's name? He was tagging with Javon. He's from TNA actually.
Oh, is that
I know
right?
what you're talking about. Leon Slater.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's also 21.
Yeah. He's young.
He's from England, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, they be over there rolling in the wrestling match when they're
He's
like
from
8
England?
years old.
He's from the UK?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's nuts.
Yeah, man.
So who do y'all think is about to win that men's chamber though? Because like I said, it's fairly obvious. You said it can't be anybody but Cody. I don't think it could be anybody but Cody, but you know, he's a little newer, a little more naive.
Right. I'm gonna. I want to say Orton, but I want to say Randy Orton is gonna win that. But that's. I feel like I'm a little more well versed now to think that's actually gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, so I do think it's Cody, actually.
Cena losing has changed him, yo. It really has.
You get your one moment where you finally The veil's off and you become jaded.
Yeah. And yeah, no, that's real.
So the women's chamber field: Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kiana James, and Raquel Rodriguez. This one, it feels a little different than the men's chamber because
I just
it
feel
feels
like all the women's feuds feel a lot more unpredictable
Yeah.
this year compared to the men's feuds.
the women don't lack energy. Like what I'm saying about how like certain things feel empty, it don't feel that way when you're watching the women's roster do their thing, you know. Maybe that's just the evolution of the game right now, you know.
Remind me what happens when you win the chamber again. What happens again?
Winner of the chamber gets to face the other champion at WrestleMania. So
Until they change it.
Yeah.
The chamber is. They've never really known what to do with the Elimination Chamber since
It's a cool
since
match.
They made it a pay per view because it used to
Yeah.
just be a match stipulation,
for the WWE Championship.
and then they made it its own pay per view,
Yeah.
and it became like the marquee final title defense before
Yeah.
Mania,
Yeah.
and then and then I feel like the last 7 years is when they finally made it the fill the second spot
Yeah.
to WrestleMania, which I think is easier now since Mania is now 2 nights.
Yeah.
So that's probably the point in its favor. They finally figured out what to do with it.
Yeah.
Even though I kind of wish it wasn't a pay per view and it was just a match.
Hmm.
But,
Make the pay-per-view No Way Out again.
Yeah.
And then if the chamber's on it, then the chamber's on it.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be kind of nice, but because I love that IP to come back. We got some cool moments
It's
on
the
that.
same reason why I couldn't stand the Extreme Rules pay per view because
Yeah.
those kinds of matches, the feud should dictate
Yeah.
the match stipulation, not it's May, so we need to do all the hardcore matches this month.
It's funny you say that because Extreme Rules 2013 was the first show I attended in person.
Can't remember. That was a decent one.
John Cena versus Ryback.
Never mind who that was.
And Ryback ran John Cena through the stage, and then you had Brock Lesnar versus Triple H in a steel cage match. You
Right, 'cause
had
that's when they were doing the.
Yeah.
That's when they did like 7 Brock Lesnar Triple H matches in
Yep.
the span of 3 years.
Jack Swagger versus Alberto Del Rio. I
They
think
me remember feuds, and I don't.
Yeah, no. I was
Oh
about
my
to
God,
say,
yeah.
like one thing that I don't think I acknowledge or think about enough is you got a really, really good memory.
oh yeah,
Like your memory is impeccable. Like I
Yeah.
thought my memory is good. Like the way you're able to call matches out like that is crazy.
yeah. The first wrestler I ever saw make an entrance, I believe, was Kofi Kingston, and he also happened to be the first wrestler I ever met too.
That's cool. How was
So,
that?
and he was great, you know.
I remember he came to Vintage Vinyl back in 2014.
Yeah.
I think it might have been. Wait, when was it? 2013? You said?
Extreme Rules 2013. Yeah,
It might have been. It might have been 2013.
it was
then.
like May of 2013.
He might have did that at that same time. Then that.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, but I remember seeing that like at around that time.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. But it was while we was in high school. I remember Kofi Kingston did a meet and greet at Vintage Vinyl.
Yeah.
I remember my mom met Randy Orton like 3 years before we watched wrestling.
Where was that?
Because when she worked at Walmart, it's back
Yeah.
when they could do signings at Walmart.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's where I met AJ Styles at a Walmart.
and then because it was like literally like they usually did it. Granted, the store's been remodeled like 6 times over, but they used to do
Yeah.
it back in like by the automotive department. That's where my mom worked.
Yeah.
Well, like they just had them posted up.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just because that's like the area with like the most space.
Yeah. Have
Oh,
you ever
yeah.
seen that picture where with me meeting AJ Styles in Walmart from 2018 and when WrestleMania in New Orleans, we was in Chalmette and they had AJ Styles did a meet and greet at Walmart in the Garden Center of all places.
Does Walmart is it
They were probably a sponsor for a few years. Because like now they'll do like those signings. They'll do those signings at like Cricket now because they're a
Yeah.
big sponsor.
I see.
It's like
And they
whatever-
probably still do Walmart signings
yeah,
actually.
probably. I feel like it's less.
Because they were doing cricket signings and all that then
Yeah.
too, you know.
But I just feel like those public signings are getting rarer and rarer because they're trying to make each pay-per-view have like the convention aspect
Mm-hmm.
of it now. So you do these meet and greets.
Well, it's also free when
Yeah.
you go to the superstore for whatever pay-per-view too. So I mean,
Right.
it's a good trade. And they don't have to go sit in a cricket. No offense to cricket, but like, I'd rather sit in a bigger open space than a small store while 300 people funnel in.
Tiny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the size of this unit that we're sitting in. Like, I'm about to see 300 people in here. No, please.
I'm
take
sure
me to
I
Walmart.
could see visually. I could imagine that they probably wrapped around the plaza or something like that.
Oh yeah, you'd be sitting outside hot.
So what's it like at the Walmart? They wrapped around like the
It was
aisles and
big.
stuff like that?
They had you outside.
It
New Orleans,
probably
yeah.
depends on each store.
I see.
Setup,
Yeah.
but
'Cause you
I
just
think that's
said-
why I think that's why they prefer areas that have their own.
Yeah.
separate-
Like-
So
I see, yeah.
we got wristbands. So, it was like first 200, 300 people, whatever. We got wristbands. And then we could just sit in the garden center and wait. And then once they were like, all right, everybody like can go ahead and line up. Everybody was real cordial and civil, Nobody was fighting to be necessarily first in line. If anybody really wanted to be first in line, they just sat crisscross applesauce in front of the door where you walk in. But everybody was real chill. You just sat in the garden center on the outdoor sofas, and it was like a little party, We just without any drinks or appetizers. You were just thirsty and hot. Hey, who's winning this women's chamber though? Real quick. Who's winning this women's chamber?
I'm trying to think of
Raquel Rodriguez.
I want that.
because Liv challenged for
Stephanie Vaquer
Stephanie Vaquer,
in a
so-
fantastic
so Jay
segment.
Cargill is the other title, right?
Right.
I love that. All of that. That was a really nice moment.
Yeah, we're gonna go there next. Yeah. Yeah. That was a great dude. Everything Liv Morgan has been in has been carrying the WWE's entertainment for the last 2 weeks. But yeah, you got Tiffany and Rhea. I feel like are always
For the last 3 months.
yeah. I mean,
Like,
anytime
anytime
that
she
she's
shows
been
up,
around for the
yeah,
last
yeah.
3 years, she's been carrying the entire brand. It's not even close. in my
I'm saying
opinion.
3 months because that's when I started watching it.
I feel like so you got Tiffy, Rhea, and Raquel Rodriguez. Unfortunately, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and Kiana James are all just meat in this match. They're just going to the grinding machine.
Asuka would be interesting, but
Yeah.
I feel like
Somebody's gonna get misted.
But I feel like the spotlight's kind of passed on Asuka at this
Yeah.
point. Alexa Bliss would be interesting, but also it's kind of the same. Like
Yeah.
when you have the two that have already accomplished everything in the division,
Mm-hmm.
if they wanted, they're safe bets in the sense that like they'll produce good matches and good feuds. But
Yeah.
like if I was a betting man, like Rhea would be a very safe bet.
Rhea versus Jade has intrigue.
Yeah, because they're both tall, muscular, and it just sells.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
It's the stuff that makes Rana happy.
My question is, does Tiffany and Jade like sell at WrestleMania? And I don't know because they just did that.
I think that'd be. Oh, they just do that.
Yeah, that's how Jade won the title.
Oh,
If I'm not mistaken, unless I came over from another universe, I don't know. It's been over 100 days.
Yeah, that's why I forgot.
Yeah.
There's been no. But I guess you have a story there, and it's the rematch. I think you could that would be one where like the feud would have to do
Yeah.
a lot of heavy lifting. I'm not saying it's impossible.
Yeah.
It's
I just don't think there's a lot there.
yeah.
Personally, there's nothing about that right now that interests me. Maybe 2-3 years down the line, and they crisscross some more paths and ruffle some more feathers with each other, but not right now.
But like I think Rhea and Jade would be a big marquee match.
If they're trying to
'Cause
sell
those are
these
two-
tickets,
Because those are two that when she was in AEW, everyone wanted that match.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Have they ever had a match before?
Have they?
dude, I don't know.
It's like I don't because also
My
I can't-
memory's great, but I don't
No,
like.
I mean, it's a lot to
But
keep
they
up with.
recent is
they-
tough.
But also they haven't utilized Jade that well since the acquisition.
She just
so
walks out,
if it's
stands there, and
happened,
walks
it's been
away.
like- but if it's happened, it's been like one TV match. It hasn't been a feud.
Yeah, she just stands there, effectively.
Looking real good.
Shout out Rabia. Anyway, Yeah, okay. I'm gonna say that. Screw it. I'm going with Raquel Rodriguez to win the Elimination
Yeah,
Chamber.
that's my pick.
Based on the stuff with Liv Morgan, like I feel like if they both get titles at WrestleMania, then you have something with some intrigue. But maybe that's just me. You know, you still got Michael P.S. Hayes and Bruce Pritchard sitting back there. You know, and so that they might not see Raquel Rodriguez through the lens that.
What are you talking about? They famously know talent in the women's division. There's definitely been no programming to prove otherwise.
They know exactly what roles everyone should be in.
What's wrong with these two fellas?
Everything. They're just old and crusty, and it's time for them
Rusty,
to
dusty.
move on.
Rusty.
Like these are guys that should have started their own wrestling promotions by now. Like little indie something, training
like
people
they're
at a
that
school.
well versed or that
Yeah.
good?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but the problem is,
The closest is they worked at TNA for like.
yeah, there's no. What's the word? They haven't evolved in their. I'm gonna call it their worldview of how wrestling is produced, and I do think that it hurts WWE's ability to get over the hump of, hey, you know, we have so much money now, and we should have better resources, but we got guys like that sitting in there that have their closed minds.
Well, are these
going
decision
on.
makers?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ain't nothing getting past them. You get to them before you get to Triple H.
Really?
Yeah. So when they sitting in the
What
writers'
does
room,
that pyramid look like? Triple H is on top?
Triple H on top. Ryan Ward is his right hand man, essentially. Ryan Ward is kind of your stopgap between getting everything across and writing. You know,
Creative underboss.
yeah. He's called the Pencil. At least that's what his Instagram handle is. WWE Pencil, which is kind of fire. I like that. Keep that. You revive that and like give us something with that. You know what I'm saying? Like have somebody follow you to camera, like your day in the life and like your creative process. And I'm not talking about WWE Unreal. I'm talking about something that's actually real. Ryan Ward, give us something, because that would be kind of interesting. And I think he could actually do something really cool with that for wrestling fans if he was interested in that. But yeah, you got him, and then you got guys like Bruce Pritchard, Michael Hayes.
Where does Nick Khan fall on that?
Nick Khan is above Triple H, but Nick Khan, I'm gonna say, would probably just yield to Triple H's creative ideas so long as it includes New Jack from time to time.
Yeah,
he's
the money man.
Yeah.
That's all.
Nick Khan is the reason WWE's in the financial position they're in, but he's not the creative.
I see.
You know, it's a different
he's
side.
the guy who creates all the sponsorship deals and
Yeah.
makes it Triple H's job how to weave that into the show.
And he does a great job with it. Don't get it twisted. Nick Khan's fantastic. I mean, look at where they are now versus where they were 5 years ago.
When did Nick Khan join the
Vince.
company?
18, I think 19.
What was he doing before
Was
that?
it 19? I don't think he's been there that long.
What was he
There-
It's either 19 or 20,
He
huh?
was there pre-TKO.
I mean, yeah. He was under Vince as president, but when did the last dude get let go? Was that 2019 or 2020? It was sometime around there.
Nick Khan, I think, started probably like right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
I think the pandemic was kind of his proving ground.
Yeah.
So was
Because
he-
there was a man and a lady that had been there for a long time, and they both got let go.
Oh.
Mark Shapiro, or no, Mark Shapiro's a TKO guy. But anyways, that's beside the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'm picking Raquel Rodriguez. Who you picking?
I'm gonna go Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley. Who you picking?
Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah. Based on what I've been watching the last couple weeks, I could see it happening. I could see like that being the okay. We're gonna jump off the cliff with something,
Yeah.
you know, and like go after it.
Strap the rocket on her back.
I'm gonna strap the rocket on your back, Raquel. we're gonna do you and Liv. You're gonna walk out of WrestleMania as champions together. You're gonna hug, you know, kind of like, but you know, Michael Cole's not gonna reference, of course, but you know what I'm talking about. WrestleMania 20.
Redacted.
It's a great moment. No need to redact it. But you guys are gonna, you're gonna walk out like that. They're gonna grow some tension. Then maybe at Saudi Arabia, you'll face each other in a singles match, big singles match, to open WrestleMania. It got a little weak towards the end because my throat got dry, but I'll work on it. I'll work on it for y'all. Love you, Hunter.
Division.
Dude, Division cannot stay healthy to save their lives. Jesus, man. Last night, torn biceps for Bronson Reed. And how many weeks ago was it that Bron just went for surgery? Like 2 weeks ago? He just went for hernia surgery?
Literally 2 weeks ago.
And before that, of course, you had Seth go down. And I was just like, oh my God. So now Division has like 2 healthy guys. And it's going to be Logan Paul, who's fantastic. And the pressure, Austin Theory, who is their pin guy. The pressure is the pin guy. The pressure is the guy that gets pinned in that group.
But that's the dude who just got back from injury.
Yeah, oh yeah. He just got healthy. He's not applying no. So it's go ahead and get the mask off the masked man so we can do something more interesting because we know it's Grayson Waller. So let's just roll. He don't even know who Grayson Waller is.
No, wasn't Grayson Waller he was there at the Kofi Kingston Javon Evans match, right?
Was he?
Yeah, he was last night.
You so right.
Yeah.
But we don't know that that's who the masked man is.
That would be weird, right? Because they're showing him like without the mask, and then you got the mask.
But they don't know who the masked man is.
So has that happened before, where they got
yes,
masked man?
that was a very
They change
common
all
trope
the time.
in
There's
wrestling.
times
Yeah,
where they set it to be.
Dude.
Because there are times it like leaks, so then they change it.
Yeah, that what he just asked just reminds me that we need to show him the video of Kevin Nash in the wheelchair.
So his fake broken leg.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
The way that was shot, it's just so perfect. He just stands up, and you're just like, oh my God.
Shout out to
That's one of my
Offset
favorite
though.
things.
Offset scared him away. You know what I mean? Because Offset's real. Mama.
Moving on.
Anyways,
What we got next?
so yeah, circling back on Raquel Rodriguez, dude, Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer might end up being the feud of the spring. Going into WrestleMania. I mean, last week, of course, you had that super riveting segment where you had Cole had them with a sit-down interview. So then you have Raquel and Liv face to face, and then Dom, next to Liv, of course, and Raquel's just railing Liv in Spanish, just railing her, and Dom is like translating and defending at the same time. It was very Telemundo. It was very soap opera. Like, I'm like, whoever came up with that segment, let them write an entire show and let's see how it goes, because that was fantastic. And it ended with Liv crying and walking away, being consoled by Dom. And at first I was like super into this. I was like, yeah. And I'm like, she's crying, I'm like so confused, because like in my mind of like how I watch wrestling, right? You're trying to make people look strong, right? And at that moment, it really like you see like a new dynamic of someone's character where she is now has been stripped down to being vulnerable in a moment. And it felt weird, but that's the kind of stuff I've been asking for. But it felt so weird, like seeing that in wrestling, having her like, she not saying a word, after Dom is like going back and forth, defending, translating, her like eyes, like realizing everything Stephanie Vaquer is saying is like true, in a way, inside in kayfabe, and walking away crying, and then coming back this week after getting all that buzz off of that segment, being so good, coming back this week, being in there, and now it's like, all right, Dom is out there with her, and she's holding on to Dom's arm, she's hiding behind Dom, she's tucking herself into her protection. I'm like, this is meat. I love this right now. Like, this is such a good dynamic. So I'm like, whoever wrote last week wrote this segment. Had to be. There's no way they didn't continue writing that. And so, like, you know, they call out Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie comes out, of course, with Aura farming as always. And then they call Jade. Jade comes out, Aura farming as always. And they stand there. And what I love is you had Jade and Stephanie on opposite sides of the ring. And then what happened next shocked me even more, right? So you had Liv come up and she's like, and I haven't been vulnerable like this, and everything you said was true, and yada yada, such and such. And I was just like, oh my God, what is happening here? Am I watching WWE? Because I don't know them to do things at this level. As far as shout out to Steven Larson, intrapersonal character dynamics, you know, being worked out like that. And then so, you know, she's like, I've made my choice. And, you know, says everything she says to Steph. She's like, I got to focus on my story now and yada, yada, such and such. And she goes, I made my choice. And then she turns to Jade, right? It's a classic wrestling trope, what you saw. She turns to the other and then turns around and just, boom, full on swings.
That was a really good
Stephanie back here.
I like
out.
that swing. I like that swing.
And what I love was the pause. The pause. And Jade's face, just with the smirk, it just be like, all right. And it just slowly back it out, get it out. I love that Jade didn't say a single word, because her smile, her standing there in that moment, watching, her smile said everything that she needed to say. You know, it did a lot. I think that, like, whatever they're trying to figure out as far as Jade just like aura farming, like that was a great way to do it. Yeah. And then her just sliding on out of the picture and letting Liv do her thing on Stephanie. And then once Jade got up, Liv just got on top of Jade and started going to work. You know, just started throwing hands. I love that so much.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I am looking forward to Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vaquer the most right now out of any match, until I figure out who Obafemi is facing. Which I think we know where that's going. So I don't know. What did you have any? And I just went on a whole tangent, but like those last two segments remind me why I love wrestling, and it also shows what it can be versus this guy just doesn't like this guy and they want to fight because there's a belt. You know, I like that.
You said like anything about that moment in particular?
Yeah, just those segments.
Yeah. You know. No, I really like that segment. I mean, for me, the highlight of the show was just Offset.
Yeah,
just cause
it's just straight back to Offset.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I was Offset.
I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't do it for you. I'll let you have that, but I can't.
Man. No, I just like that. Anytime a rapper's involved with anything WWE, I get real excited. So for me, that was the highlight.
Yeah.
But
he watches WWE for the celebrities.
Just the rappers, for real. But I mean, like the other celebrities are cool. Like I know, like Vanessa Hudgens, she's real cool and stuff like that. But
yeah.
But no, like yeah, the rappers for sure. I get excited about that just because you know.
He'd be turned up over them rappers.
Yeah, man. But and then the announcer saying he just offset the entire complexion of this match. That was so crazy.
I was in and out during that match.
Oh my God! When
kids,
he said that,
man.
I was really thinking like, bro, do these like yo?
That had to be Corey Graves that said that. That wasn't Cole that said that. It had to be Graves.
I don't know who said it, but I was like,
that sounded like something Graves was saying.
What are they saying? Dude?
I could hear him saying it in the back of my head too, like in his little elevated pitch. I could hear that.
Oh man, that was funny.
30 minutes.
So,
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, Javon Evans' finisher is nice too. I really like it. Like the way he ended that match. That was really cool.
Dude, he went to a completely different you went to a completely different segment. I said that segment.
Okay,
I'm talking about Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer.
I love that segment, bro. I love it just as much as I love Offset being there, man.
Oh my
God!
Let me get to it.
That was a cool segment. Liv's outfit's fire too. I like her like leather jacket.
The raw. It was like the rawest war jacket, I think. Yeah. Well, we know why you like that outfit.
Moving on.
So, Brock Lesnar came out, and issued an open challenge, and I really liked this segment. It actually was really good. Because what essentially paraphrase what Paul Heyman did was it came out and he's just like, hey, Brock's gonna be here from now until WrestleMania, and they put all the dates on the show, and I'm like,
that's cool.
oh yeah, that's every single Raw in a row, pretty
Yeah.
much between Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania. Holy crap!
To give
I'm
out
like, when have we ever got that out of Brock?
Right.
When has he ever showed up every single week, even when he was a champ?
We got more dates out of Brock than Roman this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, it might be exactly the same because Roman's dates started at the Rumble.
He gonna be out there giving ass kicking of biblical proportions. That was fire.
Yeah.
That was fire when
Yeah.
he said that. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, when he said that, I was like, whoa, man. Yo, Paul Heyman, oh my God, like
He does it for
he
you.
really does it for me, man. ever since he did that. Remember that?
What's that?
Was
What's
that with
that?
Roman Reigns at WrestleMania? He said, oh, it was the betrayal.
And he rubbed it in. He made sure to get each
He's
nut.
just like that, dude. Oh my God! I went home that night and I rewatched that clip multiple times, man. That made me laugh so hard.
You know what's really sad about that is that we thought when that happened, when he aligned with Seth, that was like a seismic shift in wrestling. And look at where we are 10 and a half months later.
Yeah, not that much shifted. We're back to status quo.
Can the vision be recovered? I think so, but like Jesus, like from that moment, you thought something much grander was going to be happening, and I don't know how much of the Seth injury derailed that, but it's just it has had zero impact. Honestly,
I think the funniest part is Paul's able to involve himself with so many people, and
Yeah.
with how casual I am with it. And how it changes. Anytime there's a seismic shift, 6 months later, I tune back in. And it's like, nope, we're back to.
back
And
to
it doesn't.
normal.
It's just the same cycle of. All right, Punk needs a program this month. Paul's available. Brock needs a program this month. Paul's available.
Mm-hmm.
When everyone gets back from injuries,
Paul's available.
Paul's available. But it's also Paul's so good, I don't care.
Yeah. I wish there was a little bit more explored in the whole Paul Heyman guy thing, contracts.
What's funny, I think
all
the
that.
furthest we got was last year, where I think they really sold all the dynamics of Paul's history with all these people.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just it's not doing what it needs to do all the way. Like I like the vision. I like the guys that are in the vision, and I want it to be great. But it's just not. It's not.
I think it's just injuries. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's a stable that can be recovered, and it's just an unfortunate year.
Yeah.
But hopefully, and we'll see by the end of this year if things change.
I think they jumped the gun blowing up Seth Rollins' involvement in the vision because of his injury. Like I think that was a mistake. Honestly, I feel like you should have just put it on ice
But
and just let them
I think
coast.
every promotion has that feud where it's just like this would have been perfect, but then injuries got in the way.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think this is that feud for WWE this year.
Yeah, that's very true. Hey, okay, my next thing. This dude's freezing. Drop your shoulders. So,
I'll tell you how to poop.
have y'all noticed? That is the Tyler pooping in the corner, and I know that looked very well right now. Yeah, that's Nathaniel's.
Oh yeah.
What are you doing? No, Daddy. Oh no, Daddy. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Oh man.
That's what he- no, thank you.
So next up,
Zuffa boxing.
yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's a TKO venture, and they're like, they were promoting it on Raw, and I was like, have you guys not figured out with all of your metadata and money, wrestling fans do not care about the other brands that you have. Like that's what makes wrestling fans unique. Like they want that niche. They like wrestling because wrestling is what it is.
What are you talking about? The XFL was so successful
I mean, it's still going.
after someone else bought it
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
and removed all the wrestling influences from it.
Yeah, I mean that's very true. But you know,
Wait,
like
hold on. WWE owned the XFL?
Yeah, that was
Vince McMahon was that was Vince McMahon's. You cannot be
I
shocked
thought
by
that
that.
was
Are
the
you?
Rock's. I thought that was the Rock.
He bought it from
bought
Vince.
it from
Oh,
Vince.
really?
So,
Yeah,
all
and
right,
now it's the UFL.
All right, so here's the brief. So the XFL started by Vince in like 2001, and he wanted to create. Because I think there was like controversy with the NFL. I think there's always controversy with the NFL every year. So, but I don't remember what year's controversy that was. But he wanted to do like his take on like pure football, but then added like way too many wrestling influences to it. It didn't take off, and it like bankrupted itself after like a season and a half.
One season.
And then 2018, it comes back because controversy with the NFL.
Well, he announced in 2018, inaugural season was 2020 COVID, and it launched to a booming success and lasted 3 weeks before the pandemic shut the world down.
And that's something that I stand by. Had the pandemic not happened, I feel
think
like
the
it would've been-
XFL would still be going
I remember how
strong.
big the Battlehawks became.
Yeah.
Because what a shock. St. Louis is a thriving sports city. And,
Who would have thought?
And when you actually give it support, people really show up.
Or they're just showing up out of spite now.
they had like swords with Cronky's head on it, and things like that. And the camera operators are nasty because they went on it for like a second and then they go off. Like, bruh, you had to click the button to get on that.
Listen, spite is still successful.
Hey, look, so my point about the Zuffa boxing stuff, and Justin's like, what even is that? It's a TKO venture, Dana White and Nick Khan and them. It's just like, it's something that wrestling fans don't care about, and something that wrestling fans will never care about. Boxing does not have the star level right now to get wrestling fans interested in wrestling. People like wrestling because wrestling is what it is. Okay, get that through your thick little skulls. Your 13% crossover fan margin or whatever it is, it ain't gonna change very much.
I don't know much about it, but do you think it's also Netflix also getting involved in
I don't know.
and pushing
I don't
it
know.
just because since last year's fight was really successful, so they want, and since they have this partnership.
Yeah,
with
last
probably-
year's fight was really successful, but who was the audience? Exactly. Was it wrestling fans that made up the majority of that? No. You could push it to wrestling fans, but when you get 5%, that's the 5% that already like boxing.
Yeah.
It ain't changing. And that's the whole point that I'm making. Next point that I'm going to make real quick before we move on to our next segment. There are too many pop-ups during matches, during segments. Someone mentioned Elimination Chamber last week in a promo segment. And the dang tag, Elimination Chamber, buy tickets this day, it like just popped up across the bottom of the screen. I'm like, you killing immersion. Let what they're doing sell it. Let what the boys and girls are doing in the ring and on the screen sell the product. Let that sell the interest. I don't need a pop-up every 2.5 minutes to tell me WrestleMania is in Las Vegas and to buy tickets. I already looked. They cost too much. I'm not coming. I don't need a pop-up every time somebody says the words of Elimination Chamber. It's like a drinking game they got going on right now in a production truck. They're like, every time they mention the next pay-per-view, the next show, pop it up and put a little QR code for the tickets that we're greedy to sell. No, lower the prices, let the product speak for itself, because the product is worth half of what the prices you're charging are right now. Let it speak for itself, the tickets will move. Because guess what? You wasn't doing that in 2023, and guess what happened? Boom. Boom, period. You wasn't doing that in 2024, guess what was happening? Boom, period. But now that you got the black tarp back out, covering seats at the top of the arena, covering seats next to hard cam, now you add pop-up ads. We already got ads on the ring. We already got ads on the turnbuckle. We already got ads in the digital boards of the barricades. We already got ads on the stage. Hell, the WrestleMania stage last year was sponsored by Xfinity. I don't need pop-up ads to tell me where we going. I know where we going. You ain't letting it go. I know where we going. And I don't need to know about your podcast network where you want me to watch wrestling 5 days a week. I'm sorry. You got to be a special kind of special to sit down every week and indulge yourself in every form of content that WWE puts out. And granted, there are some people out there that's doing it. Somebody watching the Stephanie podcast, somebody watching Impulsive.
How many hours is that?
Too many.
WWE owns Impulsive?
No, but Logan's there, so it's a part of their podcast network now. Then you got the Undertaker podcast. If all these podcasts 2 hours, that's 6 hours, and then Raw is 2.5, SmackDown is 3, and then NXT is 2, and then what's the other one? Evolve is an hour, and so we're looking over 10 hours of content. TNA is an affiliated thing. So now you want me to put in a part-time work schedule to watch all your goddamn content
that's 20 hours
and all your wrestling? That's terrible. That's terrible. That's overconsumption. You pushing overconsumption, which is not healthy. And that's my problem with a lot of brands and a lot of companies these days, including the. But you push an overconsumption on people, which is extremely unhealthy. WWE needs to reduce itself a little bit. Stop putting it all in people's faces. Let them go find what they want to find. Okay? Show it on YouTube, show it there, but I don't need a pop-up every 2.5 minutes telling me, watch our podcast, watch this show, watch that. You want us to consume all of that, and then you want to put Zuffa boxing in my face? Well, if I watch all your stuff, good thing I just said stuff because I wanted to say something else. If I watched all of your, how the hell I got time to watch Zuffa boxing when it come around? If I'm putting in 24 work hours a week watching your bull crap that ain't even that good. You want me to watch the Undertaker's podcast? Sorry, Michelle McCool, you're boring. Ooh. I like Matt better. Congratulations, Hall of Famer. Anyways,
man,
Justin, let's do some blind rankings.
You want to cool down before you get angry with me this week?
Let's do verses.
That's funny. That's funny.
No, just run it. Just go straight into blind rankings, dude. Come on.
Right.
We're good. We're good. I'm fine. I promise. I'm good.
We're doing, since we got Chamber this week as the Chamber podcast, we got Elimination Chamber Winners.
Okay.
This is only the men's roster. There are no tag teams or women's on this since the Chambers kind of had everyone at this point.
Okay.
Good.
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
First on the list, Shawn Michaels.
Elimination Chamber Winners and Shawn Michaels. What year did Shawn win?
He was the first winner.
Yeah, let's go ahead and put him at number 3.
In his brown pants.
Oh yeah, so it was 2002.
His unfinished attire.
Yeah, go ahead and give him number 3 for me.
I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna do number 5. All right.
Randy Orton.
What year was that?
He's won, I think, three times.
Did 2009 Randy Orton win the Elimination Chamber?
Probably.
Number 4.
I did number 1.
Or I don't know if he won the chamber. I don't know. Just Randy could be 4. I'm good with that.
Y'all see what Randy Orton said about Tom Brady?
He was right.
Bobby Lashley. Mentioned twice in a row so far.
Bobby.
Yeah.
I'll do. Oh man.
9.
Okay, I was gonna do 6.
He remembers what match what chamber match Bobby Lashley was in.
You said 9.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley.
Squinty eyes activated. What are you playing at here? All right.
For The Undertaker.
I'm gonna do 3.
Man, what year did The Undertaker win the Chamber?
Had to be like the mid-2000s.
Was that the year he got burned? Was that
What?
Elimination Chamber in New Orleans?
Chamber.
He actually got burned.
Yeah, by his own
like
fire.
The pyro was like too caught to his coat.
How did he play it? Like, how did he play
He just ran through it and worked the match.
Yeah, that's right, because his chest was all burnt up. But he had to do the chamber anyways.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I think they had to cut away from him. They're like pouring water all over.
Yeah. Give Undertaker. Give him 2.
I gave him 3.
Because this is Dead Man Taker. If this was Biker Taker, he'd be 11.
He talked way too much during that AJ Styles.
Oh, yeah, we didn't even get to that. Yeah. Next.
Chris Jericho.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do.
Give me 6.
I'm gonna do 7.
He. Can you see the way this man is smiling right now? It's just like 10.
Jack Swagger.
10. Absolutely number 10.
Because
you know what happened?
He said that before you said the name.
You know why he's getting number 10 too?
Why?
Because one, I forgot he even won it, but I knew something like this was coming. And here's my thing about this. I don't know if y'all remember. 2013, Jack Swagger, We the People, him and Dutch Mantel. And Jack Swagger was getting that mega push. And he won the chamber. And then he was driving down the highway in Mississippi against speed, and he got caught with some weed on him. And Vince got mad, and then Jack Swagger's push.
Absolutely jobbed out at Mania that year.
Jack Swagger was the world heavyweight. Was he world heavyweight champion?
Yes. Yep.
He was?
Yeah, because
Or was Alberto? He was the world heavyweight champion.
Alberto won.
Put an asterisk on that just in case he wasn't, because I don't remember. But Jack Swagger, in a match for the world heavyweight championship at WrestleMania 29, didn't even get an entrance, dog. He got a jobber's entrance. They came back from commercial, and he was already standing in the ring with his music playing. Mm-hmm. That was his punishment.
And the match was like 2 minutes long.
Bro, Vince was ruthless when he wanted to be. And on top of that, Alberto Del Rio's entrance was freaking magnificent. The fireworks over the goddamn stadium, and like, it was great.
Notable prick, Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto Del Rio. Yeah.
After Swagger, we have Bray Wyatt.
8.
I'm doing 9.
I just didn't care for Bray Wyatt like that, man. Not once he became
That win,
like.
though, was like really good though.
Yeah, I liked Bray Wyatt before he decided to be a warlock, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
I like weird, stinky dude from the swamp of Louisiana, Bray Wyatt from 2014. I like that Bray Wyatt. I don't like witch Bray Wyatt. Talking about. Oh man, I'm promising powers of biblical proportions, and then it was just projecting bugs and snakes on the ring in that Randy Orton match at WrestleMania 33. So it's like, yeah, okay, that's why I don't like characters like this with superpowers.
After that, we have Edge.
I'm gonna do 4.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah.
God, he's smirking so hard. So the last two have to be washes. One is really good and one's really bad. Go ahead.
Ryback.
Freak.
I knew I'd catch you.
Yeah, 7. Yeah, I'm taking Ryback over some of the big guy.
Yeah, in the worst chamber match in history.
Yeah, we don't need to remember that.
Last CM Punk.
Number 1. That made you so happy. Look at his smile on his face. He is so satisfied. Let's rattle them off. Rana, go down your 1 through 10.
We got. I feel like mine's solid. 1's Randy Orton. 2 CM Punk. 3 is The Undertaker. 4 is Edge. 5 is Shawn Michaels. 6 is Bobby Lashley. 7 is Chris Jericho. 8 is Ryback. 9 is Bray Wyatt. 10 is Jack Swagger.
He don't even know who Jack Swagger is.
I don't. That's why I put him
You
at
don't
10.
even know who Ryback is.
Yeah.
I think I know. I think you showed me
The big guy.
Yeah, and then his is Josh's.
Here, I'll read this one.
Can you read
for the
it?
camera?
That
Yeah. Oh, wow. All right, I'm gonna try my blind ranking of 10 Elimination Chamber
literal
winners.
blind ranking. A literal.
Holy crap. 1, CM Punk. 2, The Undertaker. 3, Shawn Michaels. 4, Randy Orton. 5, Edge. 6, Chris Jericho. 7, Ryback. 8, who the hell is this? Bray Wyatt. 9, Bobby Lashley. Bray Wyatt and Bobby Lashley look like you wrote the exact same name twice. And 10, Jack Swagger. I like that. I like that.
You gonna put it over there?
I like that.
Yeah, man.
That was fun, Justin.
That was fun.
Okay, hey,
Ryback's my number one.
I want to ask you this: out of those lists, out of his and mine, which one's closer to being like accurate? I guess.
Punk's number one, so Josh's is.
Oh, okay.
by default.
Yo, Punk's mic skills, I love it, man. Punk's mic.
I wish Punk wasn't on script.
My only difference is Ryback would be like number 15 because he's terrible.
Yeah, it's probably the worst chamber winner. And there have been tag team chambers.
Because the entire match just fell apart.
Yeah.
So I almost made this. I debated to have this be our first matches blind ranking.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know enough yet, so it'd just be you carrying it.
Yeah. That would just be
I
this.
would have had that Intercontinental chamber match on because it's so bad.
Maybe next year when we circle back,
yeah.
we can have him like watch a bunch of stuff.
Uh,
I want to present something this week.
yeah, our new segment.
A new segment. Maybe there'll be a little digital trophy or something for the boys and girls. But I just want to do something, that I just want to honor somebody every week that I think is doing a really good job.
I like that.
And
So it's like the opposite of Heat.
Yeah.
We Josh's cool down.
yeah, this is Josh Cage's Wrestler of the Week award, and the inaugural Wrestler of the Week is gonna be Trick Williams and his lemon pepper steppers. Let's talk about it. I love everything that I see Trick Williams doing, and him on SmackDown last week, just the way he slid in with the laugh on Sami Zayn. I think it was Sami Zayn. Y'all forgive me, my kids are like sick. So I feel like I'm watching interdimensional wrestling right now, if that makes sense. But I love the way that Trick slides in, and I just need more of Trick on my screen. Like the entrance is perfect, his name is perfect. I watched a video of him on the Louisville news or somewhere in Kentucky, and they were going to the KFC Yum Center, and bro, those ladies were eating that up. Like him sitting there, just in his full character dynamic with the lemon pepper steppers, no shirt on, with all white. I just love that so much. It's something, and then there was another little touch that he did specifically for when it comes to being black that I love so much. So you go to the barbershop, right, and you get your lineup, and then they take this little chalk. And then they do your lineup with the chalk on there, and he left the chalk on during SmackDown, and I'm like, that is so ghetto. That is so ghetto. I love it so much. It is so black. It is so black that I dang near. I just had a moment in there. I don't know if I was about to combust seeing that on WWE TV like that. Like, we've seen like Vince with the do-rag and just different things, but like this was just so authentic in that moment. And in that moment I said, Trick Williams is my Wrestler of the Week. It's over with. He's just my Wrestler of the Week. Because just the way that, and not only him, but just the way that so many black wrestlers have brought themselves up and are being unapologetically them, which has not been something that was allowed in the past. I mean, even myself, like when I was training, I'm not going to get too into it, but I definitely was told by a couple people, hey, yeah, you should do this instead of that because, and it was things that just involved being black, and maybe not doing those things. So I'm just really happy to see these guys doing what they're doing. So that's why Trick Williams gets Wrestler of the Week, because I think, we're looking at Oba, we're looking at everybody else right now. But truly the biggest shining star 10 years from now might be Trick, because the way he carries that character, I feel like has some longevity in it. There's some comedy, there's some seriousness, and when it's time to get in the ring, he can turn up. He's not the best in-ring wrestler, but like he can hang. And I love that for him. So Trick Williams, first HCW Wrestler of the Week. Justin, you got our last segment for the show?
This is a fun versus this week.
Okay.
We're changing the format a little bit this week.
Okay.
In honor of Elimination Chamber.
Oh.
This week's versus is an Elimination Chamber style format.
Okay, so this is one match.
So this is one match. 6 competitors. I have 3 from WWE.
Elimination Chamber. 2 start in the ring. There are 4 pods at each corner of the ring. Every however many minutes, a pod gets opened at random. Wrestler enters match. Once everybody's in there, each person that gets a pinfall or they tap out, they're eliminated from the Elimination Chamber. So it goes all the way down until there's one.
So this week, say I have 3 from WWE and 3 from pop culture to balance it out. But we'll basically break this up as Team WWE versus Team Heroes for Hire. As I have Team WWE, and I picked 3 from this week's upcoming chamber match: Javon Evans, Trick Williams, Randy Orton.
Okay, very black. All three brothers. All 3 brothers in that match.
Versus Team Heroes for Hire: Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Shang-Chi.
Oh my. God.
No powers.
No powers.
Shang-Chi's winning.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Luke Cage.
That don't matter if he can't find something to hit though.
Oh. Yeah.
Shang-Chi's gonna be the last person standing in that Elimination Chamber.
Because he has no powers. He's just really good at Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And Iron Fist. All 3 of them, honestly. Yeah. But Shang-Chi.
But
Shang-Chi,
I'm about to come on.
Yeah, Shang-Chi's that dude for it.
I mean, yeah, the first person that's getting eliminated is Javon Evans.
I'm just imagining like a Javon Evans Shang-Chi spot, and it would be probably the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, it would be like Osprey and Ricochet when they would hit the backflip and be in the knee pose and look at each other the same. You know, like the Spider-Man meme. Honestly, there's no way. There's no way Shang-Chi's not walking out of that chamber the winner. Like, unless he was putting some work on somebody and then, like, Luke Cage came in and blindside blasted him. So, okay, so wait, let's talk about it, though. Wait, okay, because it's the Elimination Chamber.
Funny.
So, that is a possibility, though. So, let's think about this. Let's think about this from the perspective of people are getting blindsided. People are working as a tandem for each other. Yeah. Who's the first person to get eliminated? It has to be Javon Evans. I'm sorry, bro. You bouncy, but, like, God bless. Randy Orton's hitting an RKO on one of those superheroes.
Iron Fist.
Probably. Who's the first superhero?
Actually, no.
Okay, so let's eliminate these people.
Iron Fist has what's it called? Dragons? No. It's like something that where he can kind of like. It's not like a spider sense, but it's something else. I thought so. Maybe. Oh, but he doesn't have powers. Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
He's
Okay, so let's just go order of elimination. Javon Evans number 1. Who's getting eliminated second? Iron Fist is out second.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the third person to get eliminated in this match. Now we got standing Randy Orton, Shang-Chi. We got Luke Cage and Trick Williams. Those are your final 4 right now. Who's next? It's got to be Trick Williams.
Yeah.
So Trick Williams is out. So now you got
Randy
Orton, Luke Cage, Shang-Chi. That's your final 3. That actually seems pretty realistic. High key.
I think Luke Cage is your glass cannon of this. Like, he's going to be very effective short term, but then is going to get gassed. I could see almost Randy doing something to get Luke out. I think your final 2 would probably be Randy and...
Yeah, I'm about to say current Randy is smart enough to team with Shang-Chi. Wrestler logic says get the big guy out. Mm-hmm. So let's say wrestler logic prevails here. Randy and Shang-Chi put the work in. Shang-Chi hit hit some 650s and whatever, and then Randy hits an RKO. Luke Cage 1, 2, 3's out. Now you got Randy doing the pose and Shang-Chi doing like a little something. I don't know what Shang-Chi's pose is, but it would look really cool between the two. They like to pose. Both of them like to pose. So Randy Orton and Shang-Chi. How long is that lasting before it's just over with? Honestly. And does Randy get to hit an RKO, or does he hit it? Does he hit an RKO?
I feel like they do a cool spot where like he's about to hit it, and then
I feel like he would go for it, and Shang-Chi would just sidestep it.
Yeah, I think so. But
It would be like a
probably-
sidestep and a kick, and then like a flip onto him.
He'd do like the Samoa Joe spot, where like Randy about to hit it, just walks away.
I love that. I love that spot so much.
Yeah, I think that'd be the case. Or he would bait Randy into thinking he's gonna jump off of
And then
something.
like Crane kicks him.
Yeah. So
It's like the end of the Karate Kid.
at the end, Shang-Chi definitely eliminates Randy Orton. I think Randy Orton definitely is the last two. I think those are the last two standings.
yeah, for
Shang-Chi,
sure.
Randy Orton, and
For
then
sure, for sure.
Shang-Chi wins the Elimination Chamber and goes on to face some very unlucky person at WrestleMania because they are losing. They are losing. Shang-Chi's gonna have 2 months of film to get ready. It's over with. He might as well be the Taskmaster if you give him that time to prepare for the fight. You really and truly.
I loved the whole like Dragon Lee just jumping on Gunther that was so funny for me. I don't know why I laughed so much. That was hilarious to me. And then Gunther's manager being like, "Are you happy now?" Like that was that whole, I don't know, that something about that just cracked me up. And then last but not least, Undertaker. That was the most I've ever seen Undertaker talk in the ring when he was when he told AJ Styles like you're going to be a Hall of Fame inductee.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask this, like, did AJ Styles know that he was going to be an inductee before that moment, or was
Probably.
that okay?
I mean, he probably figured that it was coming at some
or
point,
was
but
it-
they seem to like to surprise people now.
Was that the first time he got that confirmed to him in the ring?
Oh, most definitely. By the look on his face and how pumped up he was. I mean, look, AJ Styles punched air after hearing that. Whenever someone punches air, they are legitimately excited.
Right. That's
You know what I mean? He was pumped up. He was amped. I love that. That whole segment was really touching. Honestly, somebody was cutting onions. Because my wife's like, "Oh, babe, what's wrong?" "Oh, it ended." I'm like standing in the kitchen, like trying to get tissues on my eye. And she's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I'm fine." She's like, "Oh, what happened?" I'm like, and I had to explain to her. She's like, "Oh, okay." That's fine." I'm like, man, dog, let me grieve AJ Styles' retirement in peace. God, dog. But yeah, hey, it was fun, y'all. If you like this episode, please like us. Leave a comment, subscribe, engage with us. Come back at the same time, same place next week. Take care.
Yes.